Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday evening, and tonight we have some Le Mans Ultimate Multiclass Masters. It is the final round of the season here, I believe the third season on LMU, and we are just waiting for the event to get underway. There we go. So I can go ahead and load into the game and get racing. Hope you're all having a good week. How have you all been? Let us know. It'll be good to see and hear from you. But this is going to be a tough race. We're racing at Le Mans, Circuit de la Sarthe. However, we are racing the Mulsanne version, i.e. no chicanes, and the Alpine is down on straight line speed in comparison to the other cars. Or at least the Ferrari, I know that much. I don't know about the Toyota. I imagine the Toyota is very similar. Don't know what the other LMDH cars are doing, but we're about 5-6 kph down on the straight, which is going to make it a quite difficult and tough ask to really do anything here in this race, other than just try and pick up the pieces as best we can, where we can, and hope for a reasonable result in the end. We are in Split 1. I've now loaded in, which means we're going to be in and amongst all the esports pros. And it looks like there's about 19 hypercars in here, which is pretty cool. Pretty good to see. Like a nice big field. Right. Go ahead. Do something like that. Something like that. Ready for the start of qualifying. But yeah, we're looking in a fairly good position coming into this final round. There is a drop week, so I will be dropping down a few positions as some of the faster guys who positioned a little bit below me have missed out a week or not had a good week, and just by consistency has put myself above them. But yeah, we will we'll see how things pan out once that drop week comes in, and see how many positions we end up dropping down. We're also waiting for the update from MSG and Studio 397 with regards to their next and latest patch that should be coming early May, is what they said. Obviously, it's only the 1st of May today, but he's hoping that we get some news very, very soon, hopefully tomorrow, with regards to what is going to be coming in the next update. And we'll also have a video set ready for tomorrow as well, with my analysis of the Project Motor Racing announcement. So keep an eye out for that coming out tomorrow afternoon. It is a pretty hot day here in the UK. I think it got up to about 26 degrees, which is the hottest it's been so far this year. So it's been quite warm in the room, and I got 2 fans blowing on me to try and keep me fairly cool. The window open, as you can see. Also got the blind here very much open, just to try and get some air, some cooler evening air dropping down in underneath the blind and into the room. Thankfully, we do have high ceilings, but it does also mean that it captures the warm air up in the top, and it doesn't really escape too well. But I've got the door open at the moment. Alice is out. She said that she'll be back later than usual this evening, so I can leave the door open and try and keep the room as cool as possible, because it will start heating up fairly quickly if the door to the room does get shut. Sorry. Hello, Hub City. Good to see you. And yeah, I can imagine South Louisiana, definitely going to be hot there. You guys have the luxury of air conditioning, though. We do not have such things in the UK. Well, we do, but it's I'd say probably about 95% of the households in the country don't have air conditioning. So yeah, I don't have aircon. Let's put it that way. Right. Let's go ahead and make sure that the correct tyres are set. Also go and double check the fuel and all that sort of thing. Jump into the game now. There we go. And let's get out on track and get driving. Actually remembered to select the correct tyres this time round, as it is a very, very warm day here on the circuit. As you can see down there, damn. Okay, interesting. The track is 37 degrees C. Why is the track damp? Practice has all been high grip. Very interesting. But either way, getting out onto the track now. I'm going to try and look after these tyres as best as we can because I'm going to be needing them for the race. And the thing that's worrying me is the pace of the other guys. As I say, we've got Michi Hoyer and also James Baldwin here in split one, both very, very fast drivers. They'll probably be likely doing 3-minute 11 3-minute 10s. I have seen someone do a 3:09. The fastest I've done is a mid 3:13, so we are well off. Yeah, Thomas, we are in the same split. Yeah, it was Rigoletto. He did the 3:09 in practice. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, we'll be the best place Alpine or the best place LMDH car, and I'm just gonna try and stick with the Le Mans hypercars as best as I possibly can. It's going to be a race that I think is going to be best taken completely flat out. I did run a strategy calculator and it did say that the best strategy was the fuel save, because it would save me a pit stop, but the amount of fuel saving that I would have to do is at the cost of about 2 to 3, maybe 4 seconds a lap. So don't think it's probably going to be worth it in the end. So yeah, just taking it fairly easy here at the moment. I was asking if I'm missing ACC a little. Not yet. We shall see. I've as you may notice over my shoulder here, do have some new wheelbases. I got SimMagic Evo, both the Sport and the Pro version. So the Sport is what I'm currently running right now on the rig, which is 9 Newton meters. I'm currently testing that out. I just need to give. Been testing it plenty with Le Mans Ultimate, but I need to give iRacing, Automobilista and ACC a go, just to see what the comparison is like there to the old Moza R12 that I've been running previously. And then next week I'll be chucking on the Evo Pro, which is 18 Newton meters, and seeing what that's going to be like. Which will be a first for me because I've not ever really used for a substantial amount of time a wheelbase that has had more than 12 Newton meters of torque. I'm pretty sure I've used wheelbases that are higher than that at events and things, but you only really get 5 to 10 minutes on those rigs, so don't really get to truly fully experience the power for an extended period of time. Whereas now we'll be going up to 18 Newton meters. So I'll be having good fun with that. Getting the arm and shoulder workout in. All of your friends tried LMU, says they're not going back to ACC. I can see why. LMU is a very, very good sim. So quickly probably become my favourite at the moment. And I'm very, very excited to see what this next update actually brings. So just trying to get this first bank lap in. You can see we're topping out at about 331. We may momentarily blink into 332. 331 seems to be the max for this car, whereas I see Michi Hoyer and other Ferraris doing 336, which is obviously not great. Thanks, Junior. I'm going to try, but it'll be tough when you're about 5-6 kph down on the straight there, and as you saw, it's basically like a minute long straight without the chicanes. It's crazy. So I'm just taking it fairly easy on this first lap here, just trying to get a solid banker lap in. Now we'll do maybe one, maybe two push laps. Also try not to take too much out of the tyres, because I'm going to be needing them for the race. Nicely through the chicane, that. Rio 8.5, that's absolutely ridiculous. Basically 5 seconds lap quicker. Indeed we do, Thomas. Well, I can do. Basically, we're limited to 10 tyres across both qualifying and the race. So I'm using 4 here in qualifying, which is going to give me 6 fresh tyres for the race. So I'll be, yeah, trying to effectively use 4 tyres, or 4 brand new tyres for the race itself. And no, tracker doesn't work in LMU at the moment. It's not supported. They are, however, working on getting it supported. Another position improved there. It's good, we'll do one more. Much better exit that time, out turn 3. As you can see, half a second. Oh, we just about managed to keep it legal as well. Excellent. Keep on to 20. There you go, 332. We're not getting any more than 332. Oh, just a little bit of traction loss there. It's cost us. Little bit too wide on the exit. Nope. 10 for 2 gone there. There's an improvement though. I'll take that. And I have forgotten to turn off the music. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Yeah, some people have gone for the hard tyres. Interesting. Look at these times. God. Ow. Ow. I'm happy with my 312 though. That's PB for me. Right. Grab out the thing for me fuel strategy. I'm very tempted to go slightly higher on the backers. Hey JPS, how's it going? But I'm unsure. Right, either way, I'm going to pop to the loo, so be right back 1 second. Thanks very much, JPS. Cheers for the well wishes. Right. This is going to be interesting. That's for sure. I'm confused. And 1.02. It's 93 litres, 92%. Strange. Well, we shall see when it comes to the actual race. Hopefully the forecast is dry throughout the entirety of it, because I've not taken into account wet weather driving whatsoever. Like some people go on medium soft, really? Soft tyres are way... James Baldwin popping himself up there at the end. And a few others. Right. 93, 94, 94, 95. So it could go a softer. Not softer. Go with a used right rear. Like so. And then only use 3 new medium tyres. And then I could take 3 new tyres again in the next stop. No, let's not do that. Let's go medium, because I don't want to run the risk of that right rear getting too low. There are GT3s, yes. So there's 49 of us in total in this split. Interesting. So yeah, it'll be cool with the traffic, but we will have to hope that we catch the majority of them on the Mulsanne straight. Although going over the little central section of the road, there's a little lip there, and going over that costs you top end speed. We are not the fastest LMDH car. There is a Porsche up in front, but yeah, it's mostly Ferraris and Toyotas that are qualified ahead of us.
And drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Right, 0% rain, 5% wet. Interesting. Right. So I think start on fresh tyres. Take the used set for stint 2. Stint 3, we take the best set we can, and then we do something again with the final dash to the line. There will be a splash and dash at the end there. Car setup wise, I'm pretty happy with how it's all set up here. My only slight concern and question is in and around the suspension stuff. Do I want to go fractionally higher on the car just to avoid the car bottoming out so much? The thing is, obviously, as the fuel bleeds off, the car's going to slowly creep up in ride height anyway. And I'm hoping that with the draft that we'll be getting at the beginning, it will keep us up close with the rest of the cars, chasing after them. So I think I'm happy with the setup, and I'll go with what it is at the moment because I feel comfortable in that. I don't want to start making changes now, and the behaviour and attitude of the car changed quite drastically, especially through the Porsche curves. It's one place where you don't want the car to be braking away from you, because it usually ends up in a very high-speed crash. Likewise, going through Indianapolis. Right. 100%. Get ourselves sat on the grid, ready to go. 30 odd minutes. Saying 92%. I'm not so sure. Go with 96. Let's keep it at 100. And then we just
Formation lap has started.
play around with it as and when we need. Right. Here we go, getting ourselves ready. Thank you very much, Graham. Good to see you, mate. Hopefully, this turns out to be a good race. Don't get too hot and sweaty, and we can pick up a good haul of points for the championship. Where's the track? High grip. Cool. Everyone's got mediums. Alright, here we go. Getting ready for the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
There it is. Alright, underway racing. Here we go. This is going to be interesting. 2 hours of what could very well be absolute chaos. Oh. Just about managed to avoid getting collected there. That has dropped us off the back of the cars in front though. Did we gain a position or not? I'm not entirely sure at the end of all that. And now I'm already, it feels like I think I'm out of the slipstream of the cars in front, which is not good. Yeah, they're pulling away. Toyota behind is catching. Sparking away. Indeed, we have a GP2 engine in the car. Funnily enough, it is the same engine that ran in the GP2 cars. The Mecha Chrome. Hopefully the Toyota can close up on the pack in front a little bit. Oh, no, maybe they can't. Right, so it's down to us to try and catch up with the cars up in front. This is what I can do with the Ferrari straight line speed. Are they going to move across though? That's the question. No, so we will. Just getting showered with sparks. Alright, I need you all to not be making mistakes. So I can use their speed to try and close in on the cars up in front. But throughout this race, we're going to have to be managing the hybrid deployment as well, because on the 20 kilowatt setting, it uses about 30% per lap, which is obviously not good for consecutive running, but on 10 kilowatts, it's rebuilding and gaining energy again per lap at a rate of about 10%. So you'll see me throughout the lap moving it up and down, mainly reducing it for the straight, and then everywhere else running up at 20. Like I said, I need people to stop making mistakes. Right, we're in the slipstream this time. It's going to be nice. I'll probably still end up pulling away, but at least they can drag us along a bit. At least that's what I was hoping. It's not happening at the moment. Stop pulling away. God damn it. They seriously have to be like less than half a second to be picking up any sort of decent slipstream. Proper GP2 engine stuff. So very nearly locked up under braking there. Oh, Ferrari so nearly went. Doing daily races in the Alpine last week. Monza, no chicane. The Ferraris, Peugeots had 10 kph on you. Yeah. This doesn't seem like the car for straight line speed. But I didn't know that going into the season. As you can see, the car's a little bit loose in a couple of places. That's the main thing that I was fearing with increasing the ride height. Because although it will help on the straights here and not bottom out as much, it would impact us in corners, such as coming out the S's there, going up over the hill, and then also the Porsche curves. Yeah, I'm hoping that in the next update it does get BOP'd. Or there is some more BOP changes and the LMDH cars get either a slight boost or the Ferrari and Toyota get a nerf. They are quite clearly the car of choice. Like, look how much that Toyota behind us has caught up. Looks like we're keeping up a P13 though. The rest of the pack seem to be pulling away. I say keeping up. They're not pulling away at a huge rate of knots. So in my mind, we're keeping up. Oh. Someone else dying. So another freebie back up into P15. Oh, too much inside curb. These high downforce cars aren't meant for taking curves quite so aggressively. The GT cars can do it fine, and they take a ton of curb in real life. But the LMP2s and hypercars, they're skirting around it and brushing it with the inside wheels, whereas the GT cars are basically like all four tyres over the curb on the inside. They're pretty much cutting it. They can go that aggressive. It's crazy. The car actually feels really good. It's just down on straight line speed, and that's really, really hurting us, as you can see. How sweaty is it this evening? It's not too bad at the moment. I've got 2 fans blowing on me though, so I'm getting a fair amount of air being moved around, and I've tried to keep the room as cool as I possibly can throughout the day as well, so it's not too bad in here. The flat is 25 degrees C, I know that much. It's probably about 27, 28 in here. Easy there. How are the tyres doing? Not too bad. Ground floor is the way. We are a first floor flat, so we do have people underneath us, but they are not always in. They go back and forth between the UK and Poland for a couple of months at a time. So I don't know if they're in at the moment, but obviously generally everyone has their heating off at this sort of time of the year now anyway, so it's not like there should be too much heat coming up from them. Best in the portable AC unit. 27's awful for you. Yeah, I'll likely get an AC unit when we get a house. So I'll either be in a garage or in a loft, most likely. Oh, yellow flag's up ahead. Yellow flag's cleared. I see someone behind has gone for the hard tyre option. I did consider it, considering how hot the tyres are getting. As you can see, 100 degrees C on the front left, and 98 on the rear left. The optimal temperature for the medium tyres is 87, whereas 97 is the optimal for the hard tyre, but they took like 3-4 laps for the tyres to settle, and even then they were still a second to a second and a half a lap slower than I was on the medium, so I didn't see it as a worthy option. Especially when it's not too bad and during the overheating tyres here on these mediums. Probably should have gone left side of the Ferrari, but hey ho. Oh, it's a 2.5 hour race. That means all my pit calculations and everything are all wrong. I did not realise this. Well, we shall see when it gets to the final stint. In the meantime, I am just going to go basically, 100% flat out the whole way. Yeah, thank you very much for pointing that out, Paul. A strategist as always. Let's turn down the motor map there. Oh, it's a lot of GTs. A lot of GTs. Managed to sneak on through there without getting held up. That was pretty crucial. Oh, Mitchie Hoyer's not too happy with someone. There's someone else apologising there as well. We get one. Be fairly patient here. Now's our opportunity. There we go. Windscreen's looking a little bit dirty. Don't want to straddle that berm on the middle there. It's going to ground the car out, slow us down. So we'll get closer to it to try and pick up some slipstream, but I don't want to cross it. 2 hours remaining. Two probably very, very painful hours. Again, I forgot about the sock. Oh! Mistake by the Ferrari. Hopefully they got some nice lovely flat spots. At least the engine sounds good. The engine's a nicer note than what the Ferrari produces. It's just the Ferrari has the fun of the hybrid. Well, there's a simple solution to that, Thomas. Seeming to be dropping people fairly quickly. And it might have been a GT car though, rather than a hypercar. So no freebies for us. Car's definitely bottoming out less now that we've burnt off a lot of fuel. Ow. Wanted to take a bit more of that apex curve. Watched too many streamers and can't remember. Was the start with LMU difficult for you? Those low rating races, etc. No, not in that sense. The thing that I had difficulty with at the beginning was performance. I think a lot of people did struggle with performance, but me especially. Once I upgraded my graphics card, things were a lot better, and it did pretty well at the beginning, to be fair, and climbed rating fairly quickly. I did get into some of the more special events and those sort of races that had larger multipliers on the rating as well. So I didn't end up actually doing too many of the daily races. That's the key, is don't do dailies. Dailies are too chaotic. I haven't done dailies in months. Basically all I do is just online championships. If there's a decent special event that comes up on the weekend and I'm free, I'll do that. And maybe a weekly race. Or like one of the intermediate daily races, but definitely not the beginner ones. The problem is all the participation is in those beginner daily races. In-game time is 1936, as we can see there. GPU that I have now is a 4080. And yeah, safety rating is easy to get. Yeah, ladies are doing 310s. It's crazy for race trim. But then again, we are at that point now where tyre wear isn't too bad. And also, fuel load is bleeding off quite nicely as well. Got our 1 to 15 races. We don't do beginner. Yeah. Yeah, avoid them once you basically unlock the other races. I think it's 4080 Super. Or what's the graphics card that I've got? Seeing as he was the one who was recommended to me. And yes, it's definitely enough. FPS that I'm getting, I'm over 100 now. At this point, it did drop down to about 60, 65. But Le Mans is definitely the worst track for it. But down here, I'm at 100, 106, 109, 105, 107, 106. So it's kind of fluctuating between 100 and 110. Yeah, I thought it was a 4080 Super as well. I think you were right there. No, 1440. Right, we're definitely going to have to start thinking about pit stops on the next lap. I'm thinking fresh left side only. Or we could just keep going as we are on this set of tyres. I think I might do that. Might not even change tyres. Double stint these. And then take fresh left side only in the second stop. And used tyres on the right side. And run that to the end. I think that's the strat. So let's set ourselves up for that, which indeed we are all set for it. A few people pitting, or one person pitting in fact. Interesting. So we will be pitting this lap. Even the Toyota behind went for the pits that time. So if you get 4K TV, what do? Switch to 1440 or run 4K lower FPS. It depends what you want to play, Thomas. If you want to do racing sims, then I'd recommend 1440 just to get the higher FPS. I'd prioritise that over 4K, but if you're playing other games that are a lot slower paced, then 4K might be the way. Something like Red Dead or GTA, a nice Last of Us storytelling game or something like that. Something that doesn't require high-paced frame rate and action. I think it would be good for the game if devs made beginner dailies GT and LMP2 only, and make people do intermediate races if they want to drive their beloved GT3 concrete slab car. That could be a good way of doing it. The problem is there's a lot of people who aren't intermediate level, and you do get the participation and the popularity of the GT3 cars. Because everyone can do beginner, so you're not alienating anyone in the player base. But that would be a good way of driving people towards the intermediate and advanced races. Right, everyone's pitting here. Right, we want 100% fuel. Yeah, the 102 again, that was good. No tyres. This is scary with a busy pit lane, thankfully. Looks like we're managing to stay clear of everyone else. 41 seconds of virtual energy. Anything remotely competitive, you always be based favoring frame rate. Yep, exactly. It shouldn't look too bad. Shouldn't look too bad, Thomas. Oh, people racing in the pit lane. So there's quite a few people not taking tyres as well. Are we going to get turned here? Or, nope, we can drive out. Yeah, it looks like other people have not gone tyres. Done exactly the same thing as us. So, resume as normal. Actually, we could probably run 20k this time around. Every strategy is better as long as it wasn't made by Ferrari. Well, the Ferrari hypercar team strategies are usually pretty good. It's just, yeah, the F1 team. Although we'll gloss over Imola last year. They screwed that one up. Okay, Ferrari's not wanting to cross over that. Oh, that Mustang sounds good. Nerfs the Ferrari in-game and IRL. Definitely needs an in-game nerf, that's for sure. 50 kg might be a bit excessive, but... I'm open to it. Oh, that's a freebie. That was a guy who pitted a lap ahead of us as well. Allow 20 kg on a condition it goes through the windshield. It's a bit aggressive. I wonder if a brick would actually go through a race car windshield, considering how they're made, and not actually glass. It will obviously shatter, but it should stay intact without anything actually going through the windshield. Oh, first track limits warning. Fine with that though. It's into the game using upscaling like VLSS, yep. Render non-natively. Without upscaling you get blurry output, or anything that doesn't perfectly fit each axis as an integral. door with all the technical chat. I just smile and nod. Oh, demons deep. Stay away from you. Railroad tires and stuff bounce off it. Yep. Hey, Brady lady. Sorry about that, just talking to Alistair. Second track limit. Aha. Oh, someone's taking all the bollards out there. If you could go back in time, would you get married with wife or Simri? Get married with wife! Of course. Wonder if there are any cases of fans throwing reasonably heavy debris onto the track. I imagine there probably is. I know for certain that you're not allowed to take glass bottles onto racetracks. I know that Le Mans, they weren't too precious about it in 2016, but when I went in 2018 and last year, it was absolutely zero tolerance for glass bottles. And we're even clamping down on just regular cans of beer as well, if they think you were taking too much. Mainly in 2018. Last year they weren't too bad. But then again, we did a pretty good job of hiding the beer in our bags and camping chairs. You can fit 2 or 3 cans in and amongst the legs of camping chairs. Went the wrong way with the motor map there. So yeah, pro tip if you ever go to Le Mans, they will have a look inside your bags and they will feel around. Like pat down the outside trying to feel for alcohol and tinnies and things, but if you wrap them up nicely in towel, jumper, coats, that sort of thing, where it's much harder to get out from a quick feel around and hide them in the legs of your camping chair, and have your camping chair in the bag, and you can usually get stuff in, providing you're not going stupid with the amount, making it obvious that you got stuff, because they will pick up and hold your bag and feel the weight of it as well. So if you've got too much beer in there, they'll be able to tell by the weight. Of course, Thomas. You gotta sneak a few cans in, so you're not having to pay concession prices. Ooh, that was clipping the grass. Very much expecting the car to go there. Yeah, it was the freebie, wasn't it? I was just about to say where we gained the extra position from, but it was one of the guys who pitted a lap earlier crashing out. Might have led off the brake a little bit too early there. Nord's 24 hours. Taking beef from a 2 meter. Well, I'm guessing beef was meant to be beer. 2 meter long funnel while being upside down on the hands, live on YouTube. Official channel. I remember seeing that. You do see that kind of thing on the campsite at Le Mans, depending on which campsite you're in and who your neighbours are, but not so much at the circuit. That is also true for getting a good camel pack, something like that. The problem is keeping it cool. That was better under braking that time compared to the last lap. Did you get round to trying out FFB 4.0? No, I didn't. I've switched over to the SimMagic Evo Sport that you can see in the background behind us. So I got that on the rig at the moment, testing that. And then next week I'll be testing the Pro version, the 18 Newton meter wheelbase. And if it feels anything like this Evo Sport does, it'll be staying on the rig for a very, very long time. Very, very nice wheelbases. Yeah, they're pretty small and compact. They are about 2, maybe 3 centimeters shorter than the Moza R12. I think 1 to 2 centimeters slimmer as well, but it's longer. But it is quite a nice, neat package that they've got, and it's a very, very good wheelbase. Pretty much what other people have been saying about it and what they have in their marketing material is pretty much exactly what I felt in comparison to the R12. It does feel smoother. You can tell that there's like no cogging effect. There's details in the lower end that I could feel a lot more prominently and clearer here in the Evo Sport than I could in the R12. Obviously the Evo Sport doesn't have quite the peak torque that the R12 does, so it's not quite as powerful, but overall the force feedback just feels cleaner and sharper, providing you're using the right settings, playing around with the SimPro software that SimMagic has. And there are some settings that if you basically enable or turn up, it does start to muddy the force feedback a little bit. But it is very quick and responsive. It's not like the R12 felt slow and sluggish or anything like that, or not smooth. Far from it. It's just, surprisingly, this wheelbase is just that next step up from it. And it's got some nice features too. Nope. Oh, that's the car. There we go. Cycle again. Right, we have no front right wheel. But we'll try and call it back to the pit lane. That was just me just catching the curb. Quite frustrating. Indeed, we have lost the wheel. Oh. There we go. We're probably going to get done for speeding now as well. And this is going to be a long stop. Yeah, if you're going to lose one. Holy shit. You know you've overshot your pit box when. Can we get away with this? Just about. Damn, 217 seconds worth of damage repairs. Jeez. Yeah, I just caught the curb on the inside and unsettled the cart, and around we went. That's frustrating. I'm hoping we can get to the end from here. We shall see. Definitely time for a pee break. Very good point. So, BRB. Oh, look at that. That's good timing, isn't it? And to finish the song as well at the right point. Oh, how that all worked out beautifully apart from the drive-through. Now the question is, can we go to the end of the race from here? one more stop. I don't think we can. I think we are going to have to fuel save. Maybe at least a lap. But hey, we'll try and finish the race anyway, just to pick up any other potential positions. Yeah, I know I'm going to need at least one. It's just whether I can do it in one or whether I will need to do 2 more stops. It'll be about 41 minutes short, it's saying on my fuel calculator. Yeah, one more stop. Should be fine. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking as well, Dor. Barrel down the pit lane on the pit limiter. As me being in the wrong gear. Because even though I had the pit limiter engaged, it didn't actually hold me at 60 kph until I dropped down into first. Don't touch that inside curb, Yorkie. And what happened last time? Trundle on through the pit lane, serve this penalty, and then trundle on round to the end of the race. Right, as all the leaders are coming through as well. Joy. Tires still aren't quite up to temperature and up to full grip yet. And 2 more laps and the leaders will start pitting, so it's going to give us a little bit of breathing room. Not really having to worry about having to give away blue flags. Thank you. Thankfully, it did give me enough room. Alright, here come the Ferraris. They'll likely pass us before we get to Mulsanne corner. Yeah, he definitely will. Right, I imagine that they're all going to be pitting here on this lap. It's nice now not having to worry about the blue flags and the leaders coming through. AOACC Filler League announced. 4 races. Pre-2018 GT3. Plus GT4 multi-class 60 car grid. Interesting. Is that Monday nights? And do you know what tracks they're at as well? Friday evenings. Okay, I can't do that then. Well, it's unlikely that I'll be able to do that. Silverstone, Paul Ricard, Watkins and Spa. Well, that would have been pretty cool actually. I was thinking, funny enough, after the last ACC League finished, and I said that I wasn't going to do any more, and probably not go back to ACC, I did think, if the calendar is good in the next season, if there is another season, I was maybe thinking of running the Aston Martin V12 Vantage in it, mainly for shits and gigs, but it would have been an interesting way to do the league in something a little bit different, a bit of a meme car, so I'm not really worried about competitiveness, but just enjoying some glorious V12 goodness. Looks like P17's got a stop and go penalty. We are catching the cars up in front, aren't we? I know they're a long, long way off. And 141 seconds in an hour is quite a big ask, but I mean, anything's possible. Anything could happen in that hour. Yeah, I know that no amount of book is going to help it out. It would just be more for the enjoyment and entertainment of everyone else. Pull me move the jag. Right, so we've got 6 laps remaining, so that'll take us to lap 31. We're basically going to need a full tank of fuel, I think. Near enough. Give or take maybe a lap. So yeah, they're about 2 minutes up the road. 2 minutes, about 15-20 seconds. 3:22 on the previous lap though. Yeah, just under 2 minutes. So, could be doable. Maybe, depends on their pace. That's looking pretty good. The new fastest lap of the race. Have a track them this morning. It's fine. Take those, I've got plenty spare. So on the previous lap we were about 8.5, 9 seconds quicker. We can stay where we are. It should be another 5 seconds on P17. We'll ignore that 350 because Big was in the pit lane, so that's an outlap for them. Car almost went on us under braking. Oh, don't lock the tyres, Yorkie. So it's about another 5 seconds gained on that lap on Gago. Do you lose that tyre that flung off in your crash? Available tyres in the pit stop? Oh, that's a very good question. Doesn't look like I do. Looks like I would get it back if I wanted it. But I don't want any tyres. Oh, Big's back into the pit lane. That might be a bit too early as well, actually. I don't think they'll be able to go to the end of the race from here. So kind of the marshals to return it back to the pit crew. Yeah, indeed. I imagine it's probably got some horrible damage and flat spots to it though. Oh my god. It did not need to be that slow. I think that was them trying to facilitate the pass. Either that or they're crawling trying to get back to the pits. Held it. But that was a lot of time lost. Oh, someone's retired. Up ahead. This is going to be a freebie. Gaining at least one position back. So it's definitely worth sticking out to the end just to pick up or try and recover some driver rating as well as championship points. You another DNF up ahead. 14 laps left. Copy. Should be good, I think. Just need to take full tank each time. Oh, that sent us narrow. Right, I feel like we should get Feig in this Peugeot by the end of the race. Don't think we're going to get P15 though. That seems a bit too much of an ask. Though Fantozzi is going to have to pit again, but he's way out the field. Oh, Gago's had an incident. See his time is tumbling. Now a minute and a half ahead. Ah, Gago's into the pits. There might be a chance for P15. Maybe. Depends if they picked up damage. Right, here we go. That is them there in the pit lane. They up on the jacks? Yes, they are. Now they're rolling. $40. It's going to be close. So, last stop, we'll go from here to the end. Probably don't need to take the full amount, but Doing so will probably serve us well. Make sure that we can actually get to the finish. See what that straight line speed on that Porsche's like. It's closing in. It's estimating that we're going to be very close on fuel by the looks of it. We might need to do some fuel saving. That certainly means that Feig is not going to be able to get to the end without having to go for one more stop. Gago just might about make it, maybe. Saying I've got plenty of fuel. So it's +1 anyway, just in case. Yep, they most likely are going to be suffering. I mean, we suffer on the mediums. So the tyre temperatures. So they must be absolutely cooking on the softs. I mean, the soft's optimal temperatures are 79 degrees, and we are running, coming out the other side of the Porsche curves here, 101 on the front left. And the medium is optimal temperature is 87. So we're already very high. And I can tell you from practice that soft is not the way to go. Okay, now we've got to be a little bit more careful with our track limits. Ah, messing that up. I don't see another DNF. Oh, Baldwin went off. Oh dear. What happened to Baldwin? Oh dear. That's really unfortunate. Where was that? Was that in the Porsche curves? The only other place I can think of is coming through here. Bit late. Probably should have waited. Yep, Baldwin is DNF'd. That's going to help out my driver rating quite a bit. Pretty unfortunate for him. And likely means I will finish ahead of him in the online championship standings as well. So I think he missed, I think it was the first week. And then, yeah, he's had a bunch of DNFs. Yep, there it is. Oh, tires are struggling. He'll be gaining over a second per minute on Gago. Good first two sectors. See down in the bottom left, comparing our current sectors compared to my last lap's sectors and then Gago's sectors. Lost some time there. Get a 318 that now. Yeah, fuel might be very tight. 316, not enough. How tight do you reckon we're going to be? Well, that was a nice chunk of time taken out of him in that first sector. Okay, that's fine. That's still a good couple of percent. Oh, we did a 42.8 in that middle sector. .6 seconds up. In that sector alone. Very cool little feature, this timing panel down in the bottom left. Yeah, I reckon he is. .322 for Peak. I reckon we've jumped them clearly. Had very nervous flashbacks then. .318. Not a great final sector, but we did have traffic. Almost a second out of him again in sector alone. Sector 1, 9 temps. .15 minutes remaining though. Really tough. Where is the race leader? Catch him. Yeah, I know Fika has to pit. We're going to jump him. I think that's going to be fairly comfortable. .42.1. Another 1.6 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be really tough, Dogu. Especially with the race leader coming up behind and is likely going to lap me. But not Gago. 4.3 seconds taken out of him on that. Oh. Here comes Mitchie. He's being chased by Grigor as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you up, Grigor. I don't want the lap time for Peak. I want the lap time for Ergo. Ah, there's Peak. Interesting. But we are going to have to pass him on track. I thought we were going to be comfortably ahead of him after the pit stop. We have had the pace over him over the last bunch of laps, so this shouldn't be too difficult. No slipstream yet. Here we go. It's fairly easy. Look at that. Left and right sides equal on the front and rear axle. Oh, you are washing out way, way wide. No! Can't believe that happened. At least we didn't hit anything. But that may have just cost us P15. Right, 5 minutes to catch 11 seconds. See if we can do it. We're only 2 temps down on them in that first sector. And now I can feel the flat spots on the tyres as well. Wheels vibrating quite a bit. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's a freebie. Is that going to be 2 people? Or 2 positions? Half a second gained on that one. Newman coming up behind. What are you doing, bro? Right, this is going to be last lap. 9 seconds. Alright, no more track limits. So that 2 more positions going to be gained. Well, 1 at least. Don't know about the second. How did that Ferrari stop that? I was almost certain that he was going deep enough into the gravel. There we go, across the line. Quite lucky that we did get a lap by the leader, because we would not have been able to go 1 more off the back of that, but P14 in the end. Probably should have been P13. But yeah, silly spin there towards the end. Oh, yay. So, let's see what that's done to my rating. I'm glad that race is over. That was quite painful with the long straight and being down on top speed compared to pretty much everyone else, it seemed. Yeah, I was a little bit surprised, although it's happened to me before there as well. Just lighten up the rear tyres a little bit. And yeah, around she went. But yeah, this may take a little bit because I think people are still finishing. So let's actually come back to this in a bit. I want to see what happened to the guys at the end there. See what actually caused their incident. I'm not too sure if it was the curb that I caught or on the inside that then spun me, or whether I'm just trying to put too much power down. I don't really know. But yeah, just a silly little mistake there at the end when I didn't really need to push. Hey ho. It is what it is. But I'm intrigued to see what the update does in terms of the BOP. Hopefully it brings the cars a bit more even again, because yeah, the Ferraris and the Toyotas do seem much quicker than the rest of the LMDH field. So hopefully this replay starts loading in a second, and we can actually take a look at the incident and see what happened. Here we go. Yeah, got a video coming up tomorrow. Taking a look at the Project Motor Racing trailer and their announcement. So there's a few things that I noticed that not many other people have picked up on. So basically went through the trailer, analysing it, talking about it, kind of referring to some of the game design experience, game development experience that I've had in the past, and my overall thoughts and feelings on what's been revealed so far. So that'll be coming out tomorrow afternoon. Keep an eye out for that. Very shortly. We shall have the replay to look at. Project Deja Vu. Yeah, it does look very Project Cars-esque. I know a lot of the development team were involved with Project Cars 4 when it got shut down. And I was expecting some crossover there. But it seems like there is going to be quite a bit. Let's go to about there. Wait for the replay to load. Right. So he was one of the people involved. Skip ahead. See what happened. I don't think it's on this lap. So perhaps this one. Car looks to be doing rather weird things in the replay in terms of its movement. Was there a potential three-wide situation or something? Waiting for it. It's going to be catastrophe. It's coming very soon. Sense it. Okay, so it's not on that lap. Oh, you got past. So let's see what happened with this one then. I believe this is a battle for P6. Yep, it is indeed. here we go. We got traffic up ahead. I reckon that's probably got a part to play in this. Slipstream clipping out 340. Jesus. There we go. Nice header cam. BMW gets out of the way. So I imagine it's with the Ferrari. Oh. That was a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. Yeah, that was very big. Different camera angle, please. Lots of clunking. Big clunk. Jesus. Oh dear. Oh my god. Oh, the Toyota split them. No way. Who was that? Oh, he did slow a little bit. Oh my god. Wow. That was, yeah. Very, very big. Massive. Right, let's go and quickly take a look at the results, because that should be done now, and indeed they are. Give me my rank breakdown. So we gained 2 positions from the start. Nice. Hey, we gained ratings. Despite the race that we had. Jesus. I'm surprised we managed that. Cool. So, race results then. Quicker than most people in front of us. There's one. Yeah. Santos, yeah, otherwise we were quicker than Everbat as our quickest race. Now, I'll just very quickly look at the online championship standings. And then we'll wrap things up. There we go, P4 in the end. And that looks pretty much all done and dusted, I think. Unless other people run this event again and improve their overall run this time round. There's a couple of people who have yet, by the looks of it, to actually do this final round of the championship. But yeah, ended up beating James Baldwin, best Alpine. And again, I was the only one who did every single round of the season. Hey, at the moment, we are #1 in the UK. So, very, very happy with that. Really, really cool. Right. That is going to be it for this evening. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I do apologise about me driving and racing at the end, and they're making a couple of mistakes, but a lot of learnings are coming out of this season. And hopefully, very, very soon, we will get some news as to what is going to be happening with the next update for Le Mans Ultimate, because usually that update happens between the online championship seasons. So I'm hoping that we hear something tomorrow, but ultimately it's all going to depend on when the update is actually ready. Because obviously that's what the developers are actually focusing on is making sure that the patches and everything is all nice and stable, and there's not too many bugs or any new bugs being introduced with the update, especially it being so big with driver swaps and also custom liveries and teams. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be an important one for them to get right. So, yeah, intrigued to see how it actually comes out and what news they'll be bringing. Hopefully either tomorrow or early next week, but we shall see. I don't know for sure. Either way, like I said, we've got a video coming out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And hopefully I shall catch you some point next week with some more racing, new video, and hopefully a live stream. Till then, enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your week. Have fun, stay safe. Take care.